From a modest upbringing in Bridgeport, Connecticut, to becoming one of the most successful actresses in Hollywood, these are all the secrets you need to know about Alexandra Breckenridge. It's May 15, 1983. A future star was just born into the world. Her name? Alexandra Breckenridge. From a young age, Alexandra knew what she'd do as a career. At 8 years old, she would perform fake cooking shows for her mom. Her inspiration was none other than the cooking teacher herself, Julia Child. It was obvious to her mom that Alexandra had real talent and an interest to be an actress. At 13 years old, she began performing in local theater productions. This sparked a passion that wouldn't easily go away, as Breckenridge fell in love and continued to pursue acting. Soon after, she would make the decision to make her dream a reality and move to Los Angeles in pursuit of the Hollywood dream. And what a dream it was! Move to Hollywood, crack into the film industry, and try to make it big. How many others have tried and failed at this very promise? The promise of fame, fortune, or whatever the mind could desire. The fact is, most people don't make it. For Alexandra, it looked like that would be the case. After moving across the country in pursuit of the dream, she landed her first job as a food delivery person for Big Wang's in Hollywood. Yes, I'm serious. Still, she pushed forward trying to make it as an actress. She had unique talents that set her apart from the crowd. Oh, and her uncle was already an established actor. What's the one thing you need to make it in Hollywood? Connections. Well, that and an ability to overcome fears. Breckenridge has shown an innate ability to do this, considering she went and got a scuba diving license just to get over her fear of drowning. That's dedication. Now, about that uncle. That would be NCIS star Michael Weatherly. Presumably, Weatherly would have been a key contributor in helping Alexandra get her career off the ground. Although this might have given her the start she needed, it certainly wasn't the reason Breckenridge made it to where she is today. And probably not the reason she stayed there either. Breckenridge is actually terrified of planes. In fact, she has had panic attacks while flying. Don't worry, Alexandra, I understand. After moving to Hollywood, her first role would be in a small independent film called Locust Valley. Using this as a chance to catapult, she would then land small roles in hit television series such as Freaks and Geeks, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Dawson's Creek, and many others. Despite this quick success, she still wasn't well known in the industry. This would begin to change in 2002 when she landed a supporting role in the movie Big Fat Liar. In this film, she played the older sister to Frankie Muniz, who happened to be one of the biggest child stars in the world. This movie also featured Amanda Bynes along with a host of other notable names. It was a surprising hit with the younger audiences and began to give Breckenridge even more connections in the industry. These connections would lead to more opportunities that she would continue to capitalize on. The next project would be her biggest yet. She finally got a lead role in the TV series Mystery Girl. I know what you're thinking. You've never heard of it. Don't worry, neither had I. The reason for this is quite simple. It never aired. It was Alexandra's big break, her chance to solidify her name in the growing television space. Unfortunately, UPN never picked it up, claiming they didn't want two shows with female leads in the same TV season. Wow. The times have definitely changed. Soon after, she almost quit acting to follow her passion for photography. It's a good thing she didn't. And looking back, it's probably also a good thing that Mystery Girl never took off. If it had, she wouldn't be working on one of the most iconic shows in American history. No, not Virgin River, not The Walking Dead either. Not any of the shows that you have come to know Alexandra Breckenridge for. A show that you probably had no clue she was in. Family Guy. I mean, how often do you look up who is the voice actor or actress for characters in an animation? You probably just assumed they were all voiced by Seth MacFarlane. Although MacFarlane did his fair share of the characters on the groundbreaking sitcom, so did Breckenridge, voicing multiple celebrities such as Christina Aguilera, Sybil Shepherd, and more. She would cement herself with the most important connection she had, a friendship with Seth MacFarlane. And remember, what's the most important thing to make it in Hollywood? Connections. And now that she had a connection with one of the biggest names in the industry, it was time for her to flourish. Speaking of connections, remember that movie with Amanda Bynes? In 2006, Breckenridge landed another role alongside the former child star. Coincidence? Nah, probably not. Landing a leading role in She's the Man, she was finally breaking into mainstream entertainment. The film featured some of the biggest names in Hollywood, such as Bynes and Channing Tatum. Alexandra was right there alongside her, etching her name as one to remember in the industry. The movie went on to be a massive success, which never hurts. But don't worry, the best of her story is yet to come. In the following years, Breckenridge would land roles in a number of TV shows, such as Law & Order, Dirt, True Blood, and American Horror Story. Most of these remained were guest appearances and smaller roles, until she landed a spot on AMC's hit show The Walking Dead. Playing the role of Jesse Anderson, Alexandra appeared in 14 episodes of The Walking Dead and cemented herself as a fan favorite. More importantly, she worked alongside other mainstays in the industry and continued to build upon her network. This would be the beginning of a blossoming television career. She followed this up by landing a role on the award-winning show This Is Us. She was just starting to make a name for herself. Then it happened. Every actor or actress has a moment that ultimately defines their career. For Alexandra Breckenridge, that moment would have been when she was offered the lead role on Virgin River. And that brings us to present day, where she has become a rising star. But what is she up to outside of this TV show? Outside of her role on This Is Us and a couple of smaller movies, she's mostly been focused on Virgin River. That and the movie Groundhog Day. Yes, Breckenridge says she has seen it more times than she can count, and it's one of her favorite movies. Can you blame her? There are a few random facts that you might want to know about her though. Did you know that she actually has multiple visible tattoos on her body? You might be thinking that you've never noticed them. That's because they are covered up with makeup and various clothes while on screen. They aren't covered up in photo shoots though. So if you're wondering what they look like, you can find them in any of her work off-screen. Oh, and acting isn't her only talent. Alexandra is actually a professional photographer. She's been interested in photography since the start of her career in Hollywood, and even has her work featured in several Los Angeles galleries. Talk about skills! After making it in Hollywood, Breckenridge realized she didn't fit in with that crowd. She was very shy, which caused others to think she was coming off as snobby. In reality, she just preferred a more simple lifestyle. Now, she has just that. Breckenridge goes back and forth between California and Georgia, where she actually bought a farm during the pandemic to be closer to her family. In terms of drama, there seems to be none. Wait. A Hollywood star with no drama? It can't be. Check again. Being happily married to Casey Cooper and having 2 kids, one of which she named after Billie Holiday, there's really no room for drama in her life. Well, unless you consider the fact that they watch The Lord of the Rings every Christmas? Yeah, you heard me right. Other than that, she simply takes care of her family, goes to work, and helps produce high-quality productions on one of the biggest streaming platforms in the world. Oh, and she makes sure to cover up her tattoos in the process. And there you have it. This was everything you needed to know about Alexandra Breckenridge.